A wolf touristic day to each and everyone. We are group 4 and have chosen fairy tales for our genre. Into the woods in a faraway land are 4 inquisitive students wanting to know more about Little Red Riding Hood. The students go by the name of Andrea, Nicole, Brianna, and Satvir. As they explore further into the woods, they learned a lot of new things through the lens of red. Come and explore these books with Brianna.
Let me introduce you to 3 imaginative tales and 1 intriguing novel that all place a new twist on the classic fairy tale of the big bad wolf. Each of these creative writing pieces offer a new perspective of the original with lovable characters from diverse backgrounds, interesting skills, and a different way of looking at the wolf himself. The books offer valuable lessons for all ages and a new insight to the big bad wolf, with interesting twists and turns with each turn of the book's pages. First up, a tale, the real story, as the wolf expresses, as he narrates the story of a young Chinese girl, a fantastic kung fu fighter, who must deliver some pungent soup to her unwell grandmother who lives just by the Great Wall of China. Though in this story the young girl dismisses her mother's advice to stay on the path when she meets with the dragon, who tells her about a special plant that'll help her grandmother. However, the dragon is not being helpful, more of a hindrance, who has a plan to eat both Little Red and the grandmother. A tale of bravery, embracing individuality, and defying gender normalities. Next slide, please. Secondly, there is no big bad wolf in this story puts a humorous, clever twist on the tale when the big bad wolf makes a decision to stop being the bad guy. He is tired of the reputation he's created for himself and decides to quit, leaving Little Red Riding Hood along with the 3 little pigs to crisis. As without the big bad wolf, what story would they have? This tale is packed with humor, revelation, and wonderful illustrations while delivering a powerful message of self worth, reminding the readers that everyone has the power to redefine themselves. Our next story, Mahogany, which is a visually enchanting tale where a spirited young brown girl who loves to sew decides to embark on a magical journey through the forest, unlike anything she has ever seen before, to deliver some honey bread to her grandmother. Though not everything goes to plan when she runs into the wolf. Though the young girl combines both sewing skills and cleverness and uses these to her advantage. The tale provides a message of diversity, celebrating culture, but also how crucial it is to be aware of our surroundings and the importance of trusting our instincts. And finally, the comedic novel, The Diary of the Big Bad Wolf himself, which gives you an insight to his world and how things may not be as they seem in the different tales. Incorporating many different characters from the stories, the wolf expresses his thoughts throughout the novel, the feelings of loneliness, frustration, and not having a great winter as the characters from each story hilariously become unbothered by the wolf's advances to be big and bad. The novel showcases the wolf's perspective and how things aren't always as they seem. Each of these books offer great insights to several different social issues explained throughout the brochure. By looking a little deeper into the theme of the books, we too often judge a book by its cover, and throughout these tales and novel, you quickly learn to look outside the box. Along with engaging age-appropriate experiences that complement each story, look no further than the tales with a twist. I will now pass you over to Satvir to explain our teaching strategies.
Thanks, Brianna, for your wonderful explanation. Now, I would like to share some activities related with these books, which can extend on children's interest and skills. The first one, Mahogany, encourage students to design and sew soft toys that represent from the story, fostering creativity and storytelling. Number two, Diary of a Big Bad Wolf. Invite children to create their very own diary. This might be scribbles, what they find most interesting for the day, photos of them from the day, or even a leaf they have found and liked. It can enhance their creative art and literacy skills. Number three, Little Red Riding Hood and the Dragon. Give children a picture of a dragon for coloring. Give them some pictures to make a dragon collage. Allow the children to draw what they might find in Dragon Belly. It can enhance children's fine motor skills and imaginating skills as well. Number four, there is no big bad wolf in the story. Give children some resources to make collages, such as paddle pop sticks and matchsticks. Encourage children to design their own house and see if it can withstand the big bad wolf, or use a hand fan to see if it will blow over. It would be beneficial for children to enhance their cognitive and building skills. Thank you. Now I will pass it to Nicole. She will wrap up the things.
So the next slide. So, as mentioned, there is no big bad wolf in this story, as two fairy tales merged into one. It focuses on a funny twist on how the big bad wolf feels about being in the two different fairy tales. This story also touches on the feelings of the other characters and why they wanted the big bad wolf, and how they end up helping him so he is not always late. Mahogany has a cultural perspective, looking into moral lessons, and encourages paying attention to your instincts. Little Red Riding Hood and the Dragon is narrated by the Big Bad Wolf himself, giving the old story a new twist and celebrating diversity. The illustrations also complement the text and keep readers wanting more. The novel, The Diary of the Big Bad Wolf, is also a story from the Big Bad Wolf's perspective. It consists of a mashup of different characters and twists of plans. This story touches on light-hearted feelings. Next slide, please. So, as you can see, Little Red Riding Hood, a classic fairy tale, has had many modern remakes, including the 4 books that we have reviewed today. All 4 books have different perspectives on the fairy tale, even looking at it from the wolf's point of view. The stories analysed all have a strong focus on stranger danger, being a kind friend, and knowing that there is always 2 sides to every story. They also have a key focus on inclusiveness and diversity. Thank you for watching and listening.